I refuse to move closer to my fiance's ex.
I want to move farther.
Yeah, get me as far away from that relationship as possible. I, 42 female, met my fiance, 42 male, a year after my late husband passed away 6 years ago. Is that too soon or too late? Let me know. We met through a work partnership and live in different states. We're about 12 hours apart if we drove. Sometimes we take shorter commuter flights to maximize our time together. By the way, this comes from Bar Championship 202. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sam.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. All right. This is what OP says. So, our relationship has been mostly long distance, but we see each other at least once per month and text and talk constantly if we're not at work or doing things with friends. My fiance has been an amazing partner, and I feel lucky I was able to find love again after a tragedy. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like every partner who becomes a ghost would probably want their current partner to find love again.
Happy, you would hope
Yeah.
so.
Nah, there's gotta be.
But
at
how
least one out
quickly?
there.
How quickly should they be happy?
There's a movie about that with the girl who plays Scarlet Witch. Something.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen.
How quickly? How
Oh,
quickly?
she
Well,
finds both her husbands.
Yeah, in the afterlife, and she's like, her husband who she's been with her whole life is like, you're gonna be with me, and then her husband who like passed when they were really young has been waiting for 67 years
Oh, to go back. Whoa.
to get back with her.
Do you think there's at least one like ghostly partner that says no, don't move on?
I mean,
Stop.
yeah, a super
Stop
jealous
it.
ghost. But I think I think the rule, if I was to create a rule right now, is you should mourn for 1 month of every year of the relationship.
So I think OP's good.
Yeah, how long was the relationship?
I don't know.
All right, let us know what you think. But my fiance has been an amazing partner, and I feel lucky I was able to find love again after tragedy. My fiance has a son, 16 male, from a previous relationship. He broke up with my stepson's mother when his son was 9. I think he's great. He's been supportive of our relationship, and he's very close with his dad. The biggest issue has been his mom. His mom, how can I put this nicely, is bitter. She and my fiance have been in and out of court for the last few years. My stepson does not get along with his mother. The few times I've met her have been unpleasant due to her hostility towards me. A few years back, she tried to pester me on social media, telling me that I should step aside so my stepson's parents could be together.
So I feel like she's messaging OP from fake accounts and is like, hey, I'm just a passive observer.
Yeah,
I've
and
got
I see how unhappy you must be.
I've got no
No
dog
skin
in the
game,
fight,
yeah.
but
No horse in the race.
You should step aside.
You should step aside. I'm obviously going to make him happy. Can't you see with all the litigation? That's litigation of love right there.
I mean, she's obviously gonna make him happy. Sorry, typo.
Yeah, I mean, she.
She.
The ex. She also tried to tell me that he would never marry me, just as he never married her.
Well,
When we got engaged last year, she became enraged. The only thing that you can be if you're not engaged to the love
Is
that you want to be your love,
enraged.
enraged, and tried to get full custody of my stepson. It backfired because my stepson didn't want to live with her and filed with his guardian ad litem. Don't know what that means. Tell me in the chat what that means. Or Keon, if you have research capabilities, to have her custody reduced, which was granted. So the stepson doesn't want to be in a relationship with stepmom either.
no, I mean, it's been said multiple times that he does not get along with his mom.
Yeah.
And he's 16 years old. So usually you do get somewhat of a say
Yeah,
on which parent you want to stay with.
exactly.
Also, ad litem, going back to your Latin roots here, is a Latin term for the lawsuit or for the suit.
Oh. Okay, so it's just a lawsuit. You gotta
just
just say
suing.
lawsuit, OP.
Yeah,
Come on.
why
Why are you
using all
speaking a
these
dead
fancy
language
words?
right here?
What are
Come
you,
on, make
what
it
are you,
easy
a
on
lawyer?
me.
Oh.
They're lawyering up.
You're lawyering up. So, since then, he has opted to only visit her for a few hours one Saturday a month. That is quite the wind down there.
Yeah.
If she brings up his dad, he leave.
Yeah, he puts a timer on, sees how long it takes her to bring up the dad. He's like, well,
2
there
seconds.
we are. Dang it.
He's required to answer her phone calls, but if she tries to guilt or argue with him, he hangs up. I stay out of all of it as much as I can. It's between my fiance, my stepson, and his ex. the issue. There's another issue. If that wasn't enough
There's
issue.
so many issues.
There's so many issues. The issue is my fiance got a long-awaited transfer that will allow him to live with me. My fiance offered my stepson the option to live with his mom or my fiance's sister if he wanted to stay at the same school and remain with his friends. My stepson opted to move and live with us. All right, pausing right here.
Yes.
Sophia,
Yes.
do you think the ex is going to be okay with her son living with OP?
Let me think about it. No.
No.
She hates her.
Yeah. Man, being in a relationship, in a forced relationship, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful who you have kids with.
Yeah. This is true.
This is true.
This is true.
This is something that I feel like I avoided so many landmines accidentally by not having kids with any of the past exes that I had.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Could have easily just as happened.
That's why I feel like the 2-year mark. I mean, again, I know a lot of our viewers have had very successful relationships and stuff.
And also a lot of reviewers have had very unsuccessful relationships.
Yeah.
We have both sides of the spectrum,
Yeah.
which is
But I do think
it's
like
beautiful here.
overall, you should try to err on the side of waiting at least 2 years before we marry anyone
Yeah.
or have kids with anyone.
I agree. 2 years
don't
is
really
when
know.
all of my relationships have fallen apart.
Exactly. And that's usually my
And
marker.
and that's not a me thing. That's
And that's not me
and
at
to be
all.
clear, I have been perfect in all those relationships.
He's never done anything wrong.
I've never done anything wrong. It is just naturally that's when you know whether the relationship is going to be good or not.
Is that when you get a pet?
2 years? Yes. Pet after 2 years.
Yeah,
Dog
you
after 2
well,
years.
you decide whether or not you want to continue.
But get
And then you get
a
a
dog
pet.
that dies quickly, just in case. Because you want to share custody of a
Could've
dog
ju-
that lives
no.
30 years?
I understand what you're saying, but you could have just said an old dog.
Or no, you could get a dog that dies quickly. You don't have to get an old dog. Actually, that would be cute, getting an old dog. But old dogs have problems. You have to take
So does a dog that dies quickly.
Well, yeah, but
Clearly has problems.
well, but it like a mastiff.
Anyway.
I like we were
Mastiff.
so good, and then he's like, "No,
Yeah.
just get a withering dog."
A withering dog. A withering dog.
That'll test your
That'll
relationship.
solve your relationship
It will,
problems.
and then you'll know if you're ready for kids.
I guess so.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, my stepson opted to move and live with us.
I wonder
Are
why.
you thinking about it now?
What?
Like getting like a withering dog? And you're like,
Not a withering
maybe."
dog, but like a Great Dane or Mastiff that has a lifespan of like 5 years. You're like you're like tied together for a
Mastiffs have,
little
like, 8
over
years.
an election season. Like that's like not like God forbid your relationship ends after 2 years.
Definitely don't get a little rat dog.
Yeah,
They
little
live
rat dogs live 20
forever.
years.
They live forever.
That's basically a kid at that point.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just a hairy kid.
Hairy kid.
Just a small, hairy
there's-
baby.
There's very little difference between a Chihuahua and a 3-year-old.
It's true.
Quote him on that one.
Oh, that was a joke, by the way, to all the parents
No, it wasn't.
of both Chihuahuas and 2-year-olds.
It was true. It was true.
My stepson opted to move and live with us. He said he can FaceTime his friends, and there's a really good STEM school willing to take him mid-school year where I live. The plan for this is to move in the last 2 weeks of December. Well, my stepson's mom has tried to fight him moving in with us. She's accused my fiance of alienating him against her. My fiance has documented every interaction and every encouragement he's given to try and help his son mend things with his mother. Have the receipts. What do we always say? Have the receipt.
Receipts.
We say yes.
We say
Very good.
receipts.
We say receipts. Receipts.
We say
That which is not written is not codified.
Sam is fine and Kim is fine.
Yep. Sam is well
Oh.
and Kim is fine.
Sam as well as Kim
Sam
is
is
fine.
wise and Kim is fine.
And receipts.
And receipts.
Those are the two
Those
things
are the
we've always said.
three things we say.
Yep.
We say 3 things, and those are those 3 things. Receipts, please. The judge signed off on him moving out of state into my home. This has set off another wave of intimidation from his ex towards me. She sent me messages from various accounts on social media telling me I've ruined her family and that if I really loved my stepson, I'd move closer to them so they can co-parent. I complained to my mom, but she actually sided with my fiance's ex, saying she has every right to be upset as her son is moving away. I mean, she has every right to be sad, but not
she
every
doesn't have any
right
right
to
to harass
cast
you.
blame onto you.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
mom, I think your mom is being one of those. Sometimes, people who are just like
Contrarian for contrarian's sake.
Well, yes, but also just trying to see all sides, even when there's pretty obvious kind of bad guy in a situation.
Yeah,
They're like,
I mean, you can see all sides and say, like,
and still like
what would
give
have been a
open
normal
comfort.
thing to say is like, yeah, she has a right to be upset, but not a right to be upset at you
And harass you.
and harass you. No one has a right to harass anyone.
Yeah, don't hate
No.
the player, hate the game kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. OP
Don't-
just sends, every time she gets one of those messages, she just
Don't
says,
hate
don't
the
hate the
player,
player,
hate the game."
hate the game.
All right. Also, another part of the receipt conversation is don't say anything in writing that
Yeah.
you don't want to be a receipt.
Yeah, that's true.
The best mean messages are sent verbally with no one around.
Yeah, you go.
If you're going to say something.
No one will ever believe you.
No one will ever believe you. Ha ha ha. And then you like put some like fairy dust in their face and then run away.
Yeah.
Or one of those smoke bombs.
Yeah, and
Boom.
then she goes in court. She goes, and then OP disappeared in a smoke bomb.
In a smoke
And
bomb.
they're like, no way.
Sounds like a dream. And
Sounds
sounds
like
like
you
the
were just
rest of your
dreaming.
story's probably fake too.
Yeah.
Can't keep your mind straight. No
If-
one just disappears. Magic isn't real.
If you keep your revenge plans unhinged enough, no one will ever believe.
Exactly. Like, have you ever seen that video of the guy that he
Nope.
had like, I forget, he was at like Walmart or something, and then like someone gave him a receipt and then he ate it in front of them. Like he was like faking being a Walmart employee. Have you ever seen this?
No, that sounds
No.
hilarious. Is what
I've
it, like
never
the really,
heard of
is it like a
this.
long receipt too?
So
He's like, he
this
eats it
guy,
like a fruit roll up.
this guy breaks into a Walmart and goes behind the returns counter and pretends to be working there. And a person goes up to him and is like, "Hey, I have this thing to return." It's like, "Oh, let me check the receipt." And he's like, "Yeah, I brought the receipt." And the guy just eats it. And then the guy looks at the person and is like, "What receipt?" And then the person that came into the Walmart is like, "This guy just ate my receipt."
They're like, you can't return it without the receipt.
And the guy's like, "I'm sorry, this lady's crazy. Like, I who would eat a receipt?" So that goes to show you, if you're unhinged enough, no one will believe the truth.
No one will believe.
This is bad advice. You should not listen to this.
Eat
And that's my good advice.
receipts.
Anyway, my mom suggested that maybe I should consider a temporary living situation closer to them so as not to disrupt my stepson's routine and help my fiance repair his relationship with his mother. I mean, I could see that. Tell me if you're right, if you think the mother's right. I have never had any real desire to move as I was born and raised in this town and I love it. I have also no desire to give up my home. So I have to ask, am I the a-hole for not considering moving closer to them given the circumstances? There is an update, but Sophia, what do you think? Is OP the a-hole?
Honestly, no. I think, yeah, it makes sense why she is upset that she no longer, can see her son as consistently. However, she has been making problems for years.
And it's not like, it's like she's
not
had
like he
so
wants to
much
see her.
opportunity to repair the relationship with the stepson.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to see his own mom. It's not like you're keeping him from his mom.
He's keeping
He's
himself
trying to
from
keep
his mom.
Yeah, and so honestly, I think it would be more unfair if you tried to
Force a relationship.
force that relationship when he actively does not want it.
Yeah, I agree. But let us know what you think in the comments below. Is OP an a-hole? Yes or no? Sophia and I think no, but
Yeah.
we're also not parents, so
It's
we
true.
don't know what it's like to have your 16-year-old ripped from your clutches.
My clutches.
My clutches. All right, but we have an update. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
My only real updates. And also, by only real updates, we mean a hunk of updates
We
because
lied.
we're less than halfway through this story.
There's a whole chunk of this story.
There's a
left.
whole chunk. It's like a Rocky Road ice cream. Chunks of
it's
a bunch of stuff.
chunky.
Yeah, it's chunky.
It's got nuts in it.
It's like Chunky Monkey. That's probably a better one.
Well, yeah. I
It's got
suppose.
chunk. What does Chunky Monkey have?
I don't know. I only know.
Chunks of monkeys, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not legal.
Chocolate?
Ben and Jerry, what are you doing?
Caramel.
I don't know. I think it's monkey.
Fudge?
Fudge.
Why is it called a monkey? Probably because.
Banana.
Probably banana.
Oh,
yeah.
banana. I was thinking because like the caramel chunks were brown and monkeys are brown.
Well, yeah. I guess that's true.
Why do you think it's called Chunky Monkey? Put your answers in the comments below. We got an update. So my only real updates are that my fiance, we'll call him Nathan, my fiance's ex, we'll call her Judy, has received a cease and desist letter from my fiance's lawyer this afternoon.
Banana ice cream with fudge chunks and walnuts.
Okay, so I think
Makes
it's
sense.
both. It's both.
It's the bananas.
It looks like monkeys and there's bananas.
Sure.
Judy is only to contact Nathan on their co-parenting app for any issues she may have related to co-parenting, and my stepson is available for her to contact. So we're putting boundaries up.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Boundaries.
Judy is not to contact me under any circumstances, or a restraining order will be filed.
I'm glad that we got the law on this.
I have not heard from her since Sunday. My mom and I talked it out. I let her know that I was disappointed that she had so much empathy for my fiance's ex and none for me.
Yeah, like sometimes you don't want to hear like that this person is multifaceted and has reasons. Sometimes you just want to hear, yeah, I'm sorry, that sucks.
Something that I had a 2-hour conversation with a friend about this, and we came to the realization that nuance should only be given if a person is ready to hear it,
Yeah.
but you should give as much nuance as that person is ready to hear. You know, so it's like, yes, we should all get to the place of nuance that everyone is just doing our best, right? Ideally, we
Like,
should
duh.
that is what we should get to.
Yeah.
But you know, if you just got punched by someone, you don't want to be like, well, he probably has
Probably
a
was
hard
having a bad
childhood.
day.
He probably is having a bad day. He's like, no, it's like, hey, that sucks that you got punched. But
Exactly.
eventually, you want to get to he's probably having a bad day because that is the best way to live life.
Yeah,
is
but
with ultimate nuance. But you know, people
in
aren't
the
ready for nuance
immediacy.
all the way.
In the immediacy, you just want to be there for your friends.
Yeah,
and
you're like,
family.
what the hell? You just want to say, what the hell?
the
What the hell? She admitted she's not really cared for my fiance and has thought for a long time that he was leading me on. Whoa!
So now-
Bombshell alert.
I'm sorry.
The
she's
mom is trying to break up the relationship.
Oh, I thought that was the ex. Okay.
No, it's the mom. The mom's trying to. That is a crazy thing to just absolutely.
She's like, sweetheart, the reason that I was telling you that I was on the ex's side is because I hate your husband.
I hate your husband. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Is that not crazy?
It's pretty crazy.
I feel like that was dropped like it
Like
wasn't
they're
crazy.
engaged, and she's
They're
like,
I just feel like he's leading
to
you
be
on.
married.
she's like, he's leading me to the altar.
Yeah. Yes, to the altar. To the altar.
To the altar.
That's crazy.
To be on top of him.
Yeah, SCZ9031 says, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Crazy.
That was crazy. I'm glad that we're in agreement that is crazy. But she's also a little suspicious of the custody battle and worries about me being put into the drama. However, she did apologize to me for not being more supportive. She did say it's my life and she doesn't have to agree with every decision I make. Even if she is not my fiance's biggest fan, she will remain respectful for my sake.
It's just like, I guess if you want to date this god-awful
Yeah.
guy, you can do whatever
Legally,
you
as
want.
your mother, I have to be okay with it, but I am not okay with it.
I hate him
And
still,
I
but
hate him
whatever.
still. But do what you want. Do what you want. You know, I don't know. I feel like that is like the biggest non-support that
Yeah.
you could get.
Like, I love you, but
You're making a huge mistake, and I don't support it. But I support you in
Yeah.
like a metaphorical
general
sense, in a
way.
general sense. But this specifically, I don't support at all.
yeah.
Yeah, I support you as a concept.
Conceptually, I support.
Conceptually, I
In
support my
practice,
daughter.
not so much.
Not so much. Since I'm here, I will answer some common questions. When I wrote my original post, I was upset and it was kind of stream of consciousness. So I wasn't clear on certain details. I figured I could take a moment to paint a clearer picture. All right, let's turn this Picasso into like a medieval painting of a king. That's a more clear picture and not, a little wonky. Come on, that was
No,
great.
yeah, that was great.
Thank you. All
I
right.
was just
Where are
kinda
my flowers?
Well, I was just starting to think. I was like, I feel like the medieval paintings were not as realistic.
Yeah, but I couldn't
Sick.
think of
More like,
like
a Renaissance painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
There's
like
more realism.
pre-impressionist.
Yeah, Renaissance.
Is
Like a-
Renaissance a period?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I know it's a period of history, but it's a period is painting period.
Yeah.
What it goes? It goes impressionist, modernist. What's the other one? Abstract.
Now I'm only thinking of
medieval.
the blue period.
The blue
the
period.
blue people.
Was there a blue period?
It's very late. Yeah.
My fiance's mother, we'll call her Amelia, is a wonderful woman to me, but she did not like my fiance's ex at all. She and I have a wonderful relationship. She loves her grandson, and that's the only reason that she is civil towards the ex. But Amelia has a lot of suspicions about Judy's behavior. She strongly believes Judy was after his money.
I think that she's right.
Methinks Judy would be after money.
Methinks you are correct.
Methinks that all signs point to her being a little miserly woman that is trying to create her own little gold pile that she sits on like the dragon Smog.
Smaug.
Smaug. I don't believe that's true, and that she got pregnant to trap Nathan.
Ooh.
I don't really believe that's true, but it's what she believes. I do know Judy and Amelia clashed on several occasions over various things, including parenting. My stepson Elijah is very excited to transfer to the STEM school. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Science and stuff.
He's so smart.
Yeah. Elijah attends a private school in his area that specializes in science and tech.
Dude, he's just like Spider-Man.
He's like
He's
Spider-Man.
just like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But with the parents.
Yeah, are the parents step-parents? Or are they real parents?
There's Uncle Ben.
Step-parents
It's
are real
Uncle Ben.
parents.
May,
I
yeah.
mean blood parents. Sorry.
Well, his bio parents are deceased. And his
Those
adopted parents are his
Those are
uncle and
adopted
aunt.
parents?
Yeah, it's
Uncle Ben and Aunt May.
I'm thinking Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse right now.
Yeah, that's a totally different. That's Miles.
That's Miles.
It's not
Okay.
Peter Parker.
Different Spider-Man. My
This
bad.
guy.
He is very into computer programming and already knows 4 different programming languages. I'm a website UX designer, so I've taught him what I know as well. Man is a learning machine. The STEM school in my area is one of the best in the region
Dang.
and possibly the country.
Dang, look at this smarty pants. He
And
doesn't
that-
need his ex-mom.
And that's the main reason why he wants to live here with me.
Caitlin says, wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Yeah,
The
this
school
guy.
doesn't typically take students mid-year, but they made an exception for Elijah. So not only is
Dude,
he going
he's
to the Wicked Smart school, yeah, he's
smart.
wicked smart inside the Wicked Smart school.
Someone get this kid into Goodwill Hunting.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Get him
so
in there.
smart.
He's so smart. To end the court battles between his parents, Elijah has been considered responsible enough to make his own decisions regarding where he lives, but he still has to live with a parent or legal guardian until he's 18. It's not quite emancipation, but he has considered doing that if his mom continues to make trouble. He still continues to live with his dad, but can see and do as he wishes, and the court won't really intervene. Basically, it was to prevent Judy from weaponizing the courts and trying to scream about parental alienation. I try to stay out of it while being loving and supportive.
Maybe you shouldn't have Maybe you shouldn't have alienated your son.
Mm-hmm. He's a little old for me to be mother, but I want him to know that I'm there for him. Someone brought up a valid point. Nathan and I are not yet married. We're getting married in June of next year. I call Elijah my stepson because he tells people I'm a stepmom, but nothing is official yet.
I love this.
That's cute. I mean, it's obvious that they
It's
get
great. Yeah.
they have a great relationship.
Yeah, much better than him and his, bio mom.
I realize that maybe we should take care in using those labels as it could cause issues since nothing is official yet. Issues like maybe
Like the ex-mom
lo-
being,
yeah,
causing trouble with the
litigiously.
lawyers and saying this
Yes.
is parental alienation, etc.
Either way, Elijah's happy for us. If he hadn't been, I don't think I'd have felt comfortable taking a relationship far. But he's always been a great kid and I love him. Because Elijah is so mature, Nathan wanted to give him the option of where to live. Nathan was originally supposed to be promoted 2 years ago and we were going to move in together sooner, but then things with Elijah's mom went south and Nathan's work wasn't able to promote him in a timely manner. It became clear that if Nathan left, Judy was going to go out of her way to make it difficult for Nathan to see Elijah and came up with a lot of baseless accusations. Between that and his work, Nathan's promotion was delayed by 2 years. But if you never want to be delayed and viewing this podcast, you should go to wherever you get your podcast, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all those things, and search for full episodes there. Just look up OK Storytime. Man, I'm out of practice. The original plan was that Nathan would see Elijah every other weekend. They'd FaceTime daily and spend all holidays and summers with us while living with his mother. But it didn't work out, and Nathan needed to stay. Because of that, Nathan wanted to give Elijah options on where he wanted to live. Nathan never planned to abandon his son. He would still be involved as a dad, and Elijah really doesn't have a rebellious bone in his body. His entire life revolves around computers, making websites, and programming. And that is where that story ends.
Heck yeah.
Kid
I
is
feel
wicked
like
smart.
Yeah, he's wicked smart.
Emotionally smart too.
He's got a good mom and dad, stepmom and dad.
Yeah.
His bio mom is kind of a mess.
Kind of a mess, but at least, her
in 2
genes
years
aren't a
he's-
mess. Gave this kid some smart genes.
Yeah. and in
Caitlin says
2
wicked
years,
smart, and Sean K says, wow, smart kid.
In 2 years, he won't have to worry about all of this legal stuff because he'll be 18.
He'll be a big old adult.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys.
Doing big old adult things.
In about like 10 years, he'll be on his own show called The Big Bang Theory. He'll be
Yeah,
fine.
because he's wicked smart.
Because he's wicked smart.
But that's the end of that story, and we got another one coming right up. My girlfriend's spicy food is making me physically sick.
Well, maybe don't eat it.
I, 25 male, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 23 female, for 2.5 years. And
Okay.
she moved in with me 2 months ago.
2.5 years, almost
We're at
dog
that
time.
mark.
Yep.
Our
But
relationship,
not a long-living dog.
yeah,
To be clear.
Doberman.
Short-living dog.
Not a little
Doberman.
rat dog.
Not a little rat dog.
Don't
You're not
even
ready
think
for
about
that.
it.
You're not ready for that.
Our relationship is working out great. We rarely fight, and even if we get into disagreements, we usually are able to talk it through without ever getting agitated or aggressive. By the way, this comes from F My Effing Life, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia,
I'm Sam.
I'm Keon.
and we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, we both have different working hours. She works from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and I work from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's not a terrible difference, though. That's not dreadful.
That's not dreadful.
No.
That's a 3-hour difference.
Yeah, she can, like, I don't know, have some relaxed time, and then you
Yeah.
have some 2 hours to relax in the mornings.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
make dinner for someone, make breakfast for the
Yeah.
other, you know.
So every day I make breakfast for both of us, and she makes dinner.
Am I a relationship guru or what?
You guys should have a podcast about this or something.
Oh.
Now, my girlfriend likes her food a lot spicier than I do. I can handle spice, but I try to avoid it because eating spicy foods on a regular basis causes acne breakouts, heartburn, and sometimes even the old diaries in your guts.
That's not good. That's not good.
Ever since we moved in together and she started cooking dinner, she likes to make the food spicier as per her taste buds. Almost 4 to 5 days a week, we eat some sort of stew or soup with serrano peppers, Thai or Indian curries with a lot of chilies, and even pasta with Calabrian chilies or jalapenos added to the sauce.
All
She
right.
likes making it spicy.
I mean, to be fair, spiciness is like another axis of the food world. You know, you got your sweetness. Spiciness is like a thing you play
Yeah.
with, you know?
The thing is,
Umami.
certain spices
Umami.
do need to be added earlier in the meal, like when you're cooking it, to let out the flavors.
Yep.
However, if she knows that you can't handle spice, then I think it would be considerate of her to maybe make like a separate batch. Like you pull some out when you need to put the thing in. And
How's everyone's spice level here?
Yeah.
I'm medium.
I'm medium.
spice.
I'm medium spicy.
I'm
man.
mild.
Mild.
Yeah, you can't handle
Mild.
spice. I know.
Mm.
That's what we learned last night.
It depends the spice. Like sometimes there's spice where it's like it's just to make it very hot and spicy. If it's for flavor, because usually depending on the culture of the food, like salsa, like you would put salsa on like your burrito or your
Yeah,
or like your
classic.
nachos. That's fine. Like there's a little spice for jalapenos, really
Yeah.
good.
I love chili oil in pho. I love chili oil.
I
in
like
pho.
putting like a pinch of that. Yeah, but there's some people who just
I'm
love
putting.
the
I'm putting.
burn.
Yeah.
half
Well, I
of
feel
it.
like
I love the
ideally, I
burn.
mean, if I was to come up with a solution here, it would be like spice on the side, sauce on the side. something
bingo.
like that,
Yeah, I was gonna say make
you
it.
know?
Honestly, it became too much for me. I've had really bad stomach issues almost twice a week. My acne is so bad that coworkers and friends have straight up told me my face looks disgusting.
Oh wow, those are some nice coworkers and friends.
Hey,
Either
OP.
you have a terrible relationship with them, or it's really, really good, and they feel like they can be honest with you.
Those are the best friends. Like I would go to Dakota and be like, dude, you're ugly.
Yeah.
I think that I would go to my dermatologist.
Do you have a
if it is-
dermatologist on tap?
Well, not on tap.
Yeah. I feel like your dermatologist sounds like you have like a personal relationship with them.
Well, I mean, I do have a personal dermatologist.
Yeah, but it's like you go to a dermatologist.
Okay, I'll go to our dermatologist.
All right.
And I take antacids almost every day. I tried to tell my girlfriend to add fewer chilies, make 2 batches of the food, or maybe add hot sauce to her portion. But every time she just tells me to man up and that if I can't handle a little spice, I should adapt since it's not always going to be in my control. And at that point, that's super rude.
Do you know what I would do?
What?
I just would make my own food.
One, make food, but also just like, all right, send her a photo of the toilet every time.
Yeah.
I manned up. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? Compliance?
Malicious compliance.
Malicious compliance. Last night after dinner, I told my girlfriend that we need to figure out some other way to make dinner which keeps both of us satisfied because I can't keep eating like this.
Yeah. Maybe she thought your first thing was like, it was playful banter. She's like, ah, ha, ha, just
Yeah.
like man up. But I think you need to tell her like, this
Yeah,
is a
no, this is
serious
affecting
problem,
my
and
health.
I am not like my bowels are exploding within me.
Yeah. Once again, I was met with the same thing she always says, but I held my ground this time and told her that I can in no way continue to eat the food she is making. because it is actively damaging my health, and I am willing to cook my own dinner from now on. She has been giving me the cold shoulder ever since and saying that I do not value her contributions to the household and that she'll have to do twice the amount of work because I'm being a baby over spicy foods.
You can just make it less spicy.
I really don't love how she's reacting.
No, I feel like this is maybe a sign that you don't have great communication.
Yeah. Yeah, because if she's not listening to you when you say it's impacting your health,
Yeah.
it's not a great sign. Am I in the wrong here? And there are some relevant comments, but do you have any of your own?
I do not think OP is in the wrong here. Again, this is a
No.
health thing. Like if
It'd be like if I said, like, if I punched Sam every day and he was like, hey, can you stop doing that? You're like bruising me.
yeah.
Man up.
And then I was like, man up.
Yeah.
Man up.
Yeah, the world's gonna be punching you every day. You know, there's ops around
You
every
might get
corner.
punched by another person.
I would also respond to her like, how does one man up to just constantly go in the bathroom like 4 times a week?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, exactly like that. Just constantly go to the
make it
bathroom
2
4
times
times
a week. Yeah.
I would tell her that
Wait, how
that's
many times are
actually
you going to the bathroom?
a lot.
He said he was going to the bathroom like at least 'cause
4 times a week, I feel like is normal.
No,
Probably 4 times a day.
I'm a day. I'm a
Okay,
day.
all right.
But like,
I was like worried about
she
how
cooks- she
many times you were
cooks-
going to the bathroom.
didn't she, like, cook-
constipated or something?
some people are, you know.
4 times a week, actually. Like I have a friend that poops like once every 3 days.
That's bad.
That's terrible. Every morning.
They're not getting a fiber intake in.
I know. I'm confused.
I'm
That's bad.
scared for
And
them.
I'm like, they eat, and they're a little person.
They're not eating the right stuff. Comment 1, quick question. If you are making a savory breakfast, do you make hers differently than yours since she likes spice more? But what
Just add hot sauce though. You can
also,
add hot
yeah,
sauce.
like what spicy breakfast is? I mean, I know there are in different cultures, but
Shashuka.
like, yeah, but that's not necessarily spicy. And you can always put a hot sauce, which is like after the fact
Yeah.
thing.
I
OP
think just put it
says-
after the
yeah.
fact.
OP says, so it depends. If I'm just making some scrambled eggs, then I'll make mine and then add hot sauce while mixing her eggs. But I sometimes make homemade sausage patties, and those I just make the same sausage mix. Then after cooking them, I'll serve her sausage sandwich or whatever with some pickled peppers or stuff.
Add the sauces after.
So,
This is
yeah,
such
so
an easy thing to
OP
do.
So OP is here making separate meals to accommodate for both of them, and she can't do that.
Well, no, he's not making separate meals. He's just adding
Yes, he
separate
is.
sauces.
Yeah, which is what she can do.
Yeah, but
But he's like pickling peppers for her.
he's pickling peppers.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he said adding pickled peppers.
Pickled peppers.
Peter
He's
Piper
placing pickled peppers.
picked a pickled pepper.
He's
But there is an
placing
update.
Pickled peppers on the plate.
Yeah.
He's plating pickled peppers. He's plating them, placing pickled peppers.
That night, I came home a little later due to work, and my girlfriend had made an Asian flavored curry. Once again, too hot for me to handle.
Too hot to
Genuinely,
handle.
too hot. A hot new bombshell has entered the toilet.
Oh God! A hot steaming bombshell. A hot
Genuinely
spicy steaming bombshell has
entered
entered the toilet.
Genuinely, if I had to have that conversation with my partner and then they still didn't listen to me, I'd be like, hey, this is not okay.
Yeah.
I had
That's it?
one bite.
What else would you do?
I'd say, hey, this is not okay. It's not a wonderful type of day.
You tell him, Sylvia.
I told my girlfriend once again that I cannot eat the food she is making since it is borderline poisoning me. She rolled her eyes and told me to fill up on plain noodles since she can't be bothered to make something else for me as she is tired.
Bro, she sucks.
She stinks.
She
Yeah, I
stinks.
think we're at the 2.5 year mark, and I think this is done. I think this is donezo.
Thank you.
I told her that since I'm not eating the food she makes anyway, I would simply start making my own dinners from now on. She blew up at me, saying that if I make my own dinners, then she would be forced to make her own breakfast, and she doesn't have time to do that. I hadn't even said anything about the breakfast arrangement, and I would have been happy to make both of our breakfasts, but she was in no mood to listen.
I'm confused what's going on here.
She just sounds awful.
Maybe
She just sounds really nasty.
I feel like she must. I feel like this is an outsized reaction. She must be upset about something else in the relationship.
She must be, because this is a ridiculous thing that is so easily solved.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering why she has so much attachment to feeding OP this too hot food.
Maybe she doesn't believe OP is like
I don't think
manly
that,
enough or something.
maybe that. I also just don't think that she actually believes that OP is affected by this. Because I think sometimes.
Look at the toilet. The proof is
Yeah.
in the
Well,
toilet pudding.
absolutely.
In the bowl, yeah.
In the
But I think
bowl.
sometimes with people who can handle like really, heavy amounts of spice. Like I have some friends who can't handle spice at all, and I'm always kind of surprised by that. I'm like, really? You can't? Like, that doesn't even say spicy to me. But like some people really just can't handle any spice.
It's just like a fingerprint. Everyone has a different palate.
Like Keith from the Try Guys has a geographic tongue. So like his tongue literally can't handle the spice because it's so sensitive.
A geographic tongue? What does that
even mean? It's like when your like tongue looks like it has like cracks in it. It's like it's like
could you have like
plates?
Salt and like
I don't know.
Because people like that, they can't even have sour candy.
Yeah, I think he's probably affected. Or anyone who has
for
it.
that person.
She ranted about the smallest of things, like how I don't bother changing into her home clothes before I eat dinner, or how I get up later than her. I still get up in time to make her breakfast between 7 and 7:30 a.m. Yeah, why would you get up at the same time as her? You don't have work at the same time. She ranted for maybe 10 to 15 minutes.
That's so long.
She's literally trying to like blame you for things. She's avoiding the problem and is instead trying to blame you for things so that she can take the heat off of herself.
She's making more problems than the problem at hand.
I asked her where this was suddenly coming from since she had never mentioned anything of the sort to me.
Yes.
OP
there's
seems
a
so
deeper
chill.
issue. Yeah, OP seems, I mean, also, everyone's going to make themselves look chill
That's
in
true.
their own story.
She went silent and told me to give her space and that she didn't want to talk to me for the time being. I went into the guest room and slept away from her that night. For the next couple of days, we didn't talk much. Each made our own different meals and stayed in different rooms. On Saturday, I asked her if she wanted to go for brunch, since I figured spending some quality time would make us relaxed and give us time to talk. When we came home, I asked her if she wanted to talk about what had happened. Again, she got quiet and told me to just forget it, move on, and that the system we had in place for the past couple of days was working for both of us.
It was not. It was not working.
I was confused because we were now living like two roommates in a shared house and not like two people in love. I told her that this system was no way working for me. I can't just stay with someone I love without saying a single word, eating different meals, sitting at the same table, sharing no time in the house. She got even more upset, saying that I was ignoring her happiness and got annoyed when I said that I can't just ignore my own feelings. That's when she dropped the words, "Why can't you be more like Colin?"
You're joking.
Why can't you be more like Colin Robinson?
No.
He would never say stuff like this.
She name-dropped
name-dropped
another
Colin.
guy.
In the argument, break up, break up.
Is this a red flag?
Yeah,
Let us know in the comments.
Is this a red flag? My girlfriend just name-dropped another guy and compared me to him in the middle of our argument. I immediately asked who was Colin, and she stayed silent. After a lot of questioning, she said
Trickle truth.
Yeah.
Trickle truth.
Yep.
She wants to tell you that she's been getting spicy with another man.
Oh,
That's why her
that's
food's so
even better.
spicy.
After a lot of questioning, she said he was a guy at her workplace.
Oh my
Colin
God.
is in a relationship with some other girl in the same office. They're good friends with my girlfriend, and it seems they have similar taste in almost all things, like movies, hobbies,
like
food,
men?
travel.
Men, similar taste in men.
Think so.
Her and her workplace colleague
Think so.
and Colin on a little polycule.
Me and my girlfriend, on the other hand, have about a 50-50 ratio. Oh, of like liking the same things. I don't have any hobbies other than I like watches and watching tennis matches. Those aren't hobbies.
Liking watches.
Liking watches isn't a hobby.
I think it could be a
I think
hobby.
it's a hobby.
I don't think so.
You're just telling time, but fancier.
Interest. An interest isn't a hobby. If you were like, your hobby was fixing up watches,
Yeah, I guess a hobby needs to be active.
a hobby needs to be active.
How about collecting watches?
That's
Maybe
still
that's
an interest. I don't think that's like, maybe that's more
Is
of an
collecting cards a hobby?
Yeah.
I think collecting watches is closer to hobby.
I think by liking,
collecting
he's
is
saying
a
liking
hobby.
watches, he's saying I like collecting watches.
Yeah.
Maybe he just likes watches. What's wrong with that?
I just don't think that you have hobbies.
How
And
about
I think
liking
you have
trains?
to. I
How about
think you
like
have to
going
fix
and
that.
looking at trains?
That could be a hobby because that's active. You're going out.
But he
and
likes
looking
looking at
trains.
watches.
He likes looking at watches.
That's not enough of a hobby.
How is that different than looking at trains?
Sam, if your girlfriend only hobby was looking at watches, I don't think that you would
I'm
be a
saying
match.
I have a higher bar for what kind of
I think
hobbies I want my
OP's
partner to have. But I think that you could say, all right, watching birds, is that a hobby?
Yeah, that's active.
So is
looking
watches.
at watches. Oh,
They
look,
don't
a
move.
Rolex.
They don't have to move.
What do you mean? Yes, they do.
What about
If a
taxidermy?
guy is walking through space, what is Look at this.
People's whose
Look,
hobby is taxidermy.
Look, the watch is moving. What is it? What is it? It's a
People's whose
Casio.
hobby is taxidermy. Their hobby isn't looking at taxidermy. It's making.
Sophia, if
not
you
a
like going to
hobby.
museums, you're just looking at art.
Why does he say it like that? Museums. That's a hobby. I work in a highly technical field, designing construction equipment, while she, and by extension Colin and his girlfriend, work in a very creative field, fashion and ornament designing. So my girlfriend essentially has built up a mental image that Colin is in a perfect relationship because he and his girlfriend have the exact same interests. And honestly, both of them have much more similar interests with my girlfriend than me. So now my girlfriend wanted me to become more like Colin so that our relationship can become more like theirs. I tried to tell her that all relationships are different and the only thing which matters is that we're happy together.
She does not seem very happy. Sounds like she wants
Yeah,
to be with Colin.
Opie's like, it's okay. It just matters if we're happy together. And she's like, well, we're
happy,
not.
right?
We're
We're
right.
happy, right?
She's like,
Oh, no. See, all right. Also,
Yeah.
just to refresh, right? She was mad and was unmoving on a
Yes.
very small thing. If that happens in a relationship, usually there's something bigger.
and here it was. She
Here it
wanted
was.
you to be like Colin. She tried to end the conversation saying that she is not comfortable talking about this with me. Too bad. To which I said that if she wasn't going to talk about this with me, who else would she talk to?
Colin.
Colin.
Oh, who you gonna call?
Colin. Colin time.
Colin time.
She just said that she was going to stay over at a friend's house and we would talk tomorrow, and she left.
Yeah, probably calling to work next sick. Calling to work sick next tomorrow.
At this point, I was overwhelmed and confused, so I decided to spend the rest of the day searching for good couples counselors since I could see which way our relationship was going. I woke up Sunday morning and she was already home.
You don't have to call a relationship counselor to see where this is going.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
Just look at where it's going.
You just look out the window at where it's going.
It's going down.
I cooked breakfast for both of us, but she had already eaten at her friend's house. She started the conversation by saying how bad she has been and that I deserve better. Breakup conversation.
She cheated.
I
I've been a
was-
bad
yeah.
girl.
I've been so bad.
I've been so bad.
I was confused because rather than apologizing, she was just stating all the things which made her a bad person. She's like, I'm so bad. I did all this. And he's like, okay, are you going to say sorry? And she's like, and I also did this. To say sorry about that? No? Okay. I told her to just come to the point, and she told me she had been approached by Colin and his girlfriend to join their relationship as a third.
Oh my God.
That was pretty clear.
I
That was pretty clear.
thought it was like I thought that
I
maybe
thought
they
that's
were
where
just
that
going
was
to be
going.
cheating with just Colin. I didn't know it would be a third.
Yep. I was.
Also, that's so bold
Yeah.
to be like I don't feel
At
like
the
I haven't heard of
workplace?
I haven't heard of many cheating situations where it's like your affair partner is not just one person, it's a
It's
couple.
two.
Like we've heard
Yeah.
of multiple affair partners, but we've never heard of joint like a couple being the affair
Also,
partner.
I think it's pretty bold for your coworker to approach you with that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was silent for some time and just asked her to pack up and leave. She tried to hug me and talk to me, but I just pushed her off, told her to give me the keys before leaving, and went into the extra room and cried my heart out. She came into my room maybe 30 to 40 minutes later, started crying after seeing me. She started cursing herself out again and saying that I deserved better, but I just told her that her tears meant nothing to me. That night, I got a call from an unknown number. It was Colin.
Oh, he was calling?
Well, then you know that your girlfriend gave him the number.
Mm-hmm.
He started swearing at me about how I dared to make girlfriend cry and that'll F me up if he ever
What?
sees me near her.
What? Colin. No. Be called in sick.
Yeah, she's Colin. I hung up on him after telling him that he can have her to himself and I'd rather pass away than see her again. That's a crazy. Some people are just crazy. Like, this man actively steals OP's girlfriend and then
I
calls
was like,
him.
don't talk about my girlfriend like that.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Come on.
There's more. A couple days later, while leaving for work, I saw that someone had keyed my car and destroyed the plants I keep outside my front door. I have a suspicion about who it was. I think
Was
we
it
all
Colin?
know.
You think it was
Yeah,
Colin?
I think it was absolutely Colin. But don't have any proof, so I'm not filing any charges. I will set up cameras around my property soon, though. You gotta set them up ASAP.
Yeah. Agreed. Colin's
Colin's on the case.
He's on the case. He's making his rounds.
As for my girlfriend, she has tried calling me multiple times, but I decline every time. At first, she left voicemails about how sorry she is, and she just wants to talk once.
Crocodile tears.
To get closure. But after I did not call back even once, now she's leaving comments about my past traumas and fears that I had talked to her about, even speaking about the multiple times she had Colin and his girlfriend over to my house when I was not at home and telling me what all they had done.
What? They were smooching on the low?
This is crazy. What's your angle, girl? You're like, no, take me back. Well, jokes
I feel
on
like
you, we're
often,
cheating
like when
on you.
people get in this situation, they cycle between like
Yeah.
being
Angry
and
defensive.
conciliatory.
I'm so disgusted by the fact that I wasted almost 3 years of my life with her. I have been seeing a therapist regularly, also planning a weekend getaway with 2 of my best friends to Vegas. Slowly but surely, I'm getting better, majorly due to my friends. Don't know where I'd be without those 2. By the way, you can be with us if you listen to full episodes, stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Do it.
There is a little bit left to this story.
I mean, just like she's given you every reason to move on very quickly. I mean, if there's any silver lining,
Absolutely.
she has given you numerous reasons to be like, all right, I am done with you. You were not a good person to begin with. Let's move on.
Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle.
Let's skedaddle.
She stinks. I am considering selling this house and moving elsewhere due to security concerns and emotional reasons, but I'm not sure if that would be the right move. I'm also worried that she might share my address with my family members who I'm not in contact with, so that is another factor. I'm trying to get an internal transfer at my current company since I like the working culture, but if that does not work, I might just look for jobs in other cities too. That sucks. Like, literally, this all started because OP was like, hey, I just can't handle this spice.
I can't handle my spice.
I just can't handle the spice.
Do you think she was purposely trying to poison him and like trying to
Probably.
make him break up with her?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I probably
Or
just
just, like,
trying to
testing.
be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My main focus was just making sure I don't do something hugely damaging to myself. Now that I've had 2 to 3 weeks to cool down and get some control over myself, I'll start looking at the longer picture. I don't think there will be any more updates after this. Hopefully my life just becomes a little more boring after, and I can live peacefully for some time.
Oh, man.
Dang,
OP.
rough. You had
that
a tough time.
sucks.
Yeah.
I can't believe it all started from like, my food's a little too
My
hot.
food's
Like,
a little
it's-
spicy, girlfriend. Yeah.
I think that's something that often happens, that people will make a big deal out of a small thing because there's actually a big deal beneath the small thing.
It's always the case.
Always sometimes the case.
Always something.
Always sometimes the case. Sean
sometimes
K says
that's
Colin sounds
always the
very
case.
manipulative. OP's ex needs to be careful. I mean, I think sure, but I think OP doesn't need to care about that anymore. I think she can fend for herself.
Mm-hmm.
But do we got one more story?
We sure do.
Oh, baby. We got one more story for y'all. My partner couldn't stop lying.
Why you always lying?
Me, 36 female, have been with my partner, 34 male, for almost a decade. He's always had a problem with lying. That is a terrible start. You should break up with
he
him.
always had a problem with lying.
Yeah. I came in with such a healthy heart and mindset when I met him that I automatically gave him love and trust. He, on the other hand, was always skeptical of what I was doing and the intent behind it, probably because he's always lying and that's like what he does for himself.
That's his MO.
My ego was so low that I didn't care what I needed to do to make him feel his best, and I personally saw it as my duty as a good partner to make him feel secure with me. By the way, this comes from TapAdvance4422, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sam.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we would do. So let us know what you would do in the comments below. So OP says, I didn't know his past, and if someone had hurt him before, I wanted him to know that he was my priority and that I would do everything to make him feel safe. Anywhere I was, no matter how busy, I always picked up his calls. Many times I would even stay on a call for several minutes, putting everyone else on hold. I never declined his calls or told him I'm busy, I'll talk later. He liked photos, so I constantly took pictures of everything and showed him, which I gladly shared.
I worry that this is maybe you have a person who is a liar and avoidant, and then OP who's maybe a little bit
Anxiously
too
attached.
Anxiously attached.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
It's never a good combo.
Never a good combo. Sometimes he accused me of lying or sounding sketchy, even though I had never given him a reason not to give me the benefit of the doubt.
Projection.
Still, I always made sure to fix it or do whatever was needed for him to believe me. When he would give me the silent treatment and be cold, I'd cater to him even more, since if I constantly asked him what was wrong, he still wouldn't say. Instead, he'd get more upset, and I didn't want to risk losing him. Yeah, again, recipe, I feel like OP knows in retrospect that this is not a good relationship.
Absolutely. Yeah, it does seem like that.
We made it clear when we started dating that honesty was a must, but he's constantly broken the rule while always expecting honesty and transparency from me.
Well, then this is like a breakup.
He would go from not telling me anything important to saying things like, I can't believe you didn't tell me. I've tried to be understanding and patient, but it's taken a lot on my mental health, amongst other stuff he does. I've developed PTSD with nightmares daily that worsen when his family's involved, and anxiety from dealing with his lies.
I worry that you're still in this relationship.
I hope not.
I worry that this is sounding like you're still in that.
At first, when some things didn't make sense, I'd ask him once and take his answers for what they were. But then, when more things stopped making sense, I started softly asking more questions. He'd get upset and say, "What's wrong with you? You don't understand simple things? Why do you keep asking when I already told you?" I was always painted as being paranoid or overreacting. But as time went on, I started doing more detective work. And I uncovered that my instincts were right.
Yeah, trust your instincts. Trust your
your
gut.
instincts, again. Trickle lying is the same thing.
Yeah.
Like lying all the way down.
If he's just telling white lies but
How do you know the deeper
consistently,
lies?
Yeah.
Not good. He's lied about big things and small things, which is usually true of compulsive liars. They do small lies to cover up the big lies.
Yeah. It's a snowball of lies.
Snowball of lies. And it only gets bigger the more you push that snowball down the mountain.
Of lies.
I've tried to communicate my expectations of transparency and was eager to answer any questions on the road to regaining trust, but he always ends up getting defenses and says that I'm being controlling or harmful in my tone and words. For example, these days when he gaslights me repeatedly, I've learned to say, "Are you stupid?" from him previously saying that to me in arguments.
See, when it gets to that point,
because now you're becoming the person that you don't like.
Yeah, and if it's like if you don't like when he says that, then we just leave the relationship. We don't turn it on our partner.
Recently, when his family made a last-minute visit and I had to be away, I told him not to lie about even the smallest thing. Again, that is already a sign that should break up.
If you are already having to tell him because you know that he's a liar, oh, please do not lie, even about like tiny little things. This relationship is over.
Asking the liar not to lie about lying is like asking a
fish
dog
not to swim,
not to bark.
Yeah.
Asking a little rat chihuahua dog not to bark.
Yeah.
Specifically.
They bark
all the time.
All the time.
It's in their nature.
Mm-hmm.
He reassured me and said he'd be so transparent that it would feel like I was right there with him. Well, not too long after, he lied about something as small as eating a piece of bread and then got defensive when I confronted him. He added a few more micro lies as we argued about the initial one he hit me with. I said, "I'm sorry and I won't lie again. What more do you want me to say? You won't drop it. I'm tired of this BS." It's not just about the bread. It's about the fact that he can't seem to tell the truth even when it's easy. I've said a few things to him during arguments, one of which is the constant lying, knowing it's hurting your partner isn't husband material, and I crave to be with a man who can be easily transparent with me because he respects me enough, honor what I'm not comfortable with. Also, just a quick reminder, if someone's a compulsive liar, they're probably a people pleaser. They're lying to appease you, right?
Yeah, because they know you won't like a certain thing, and so it's just easier for them to lie.
There's often a connection with adultery and people pleasing because, again, like you want to please everyone, and if someone asks you to do something frisky, you're like, well, I don't want to make them upset, and maybe I want to do that too. It's like it's all kind of connected.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. It's one big pyramid scheme, man. Because he respects me enough to honor what I'm not comfortable with. This, of course, includes him, but he chooses to disqualify himself all the time. I've stuck around this long to prove. Oh, this long. I think this is present day.
Like, he's still with this person.
God. I've stuck around this long to prove I don't want any other man, despite how horrid he is morally towards me, specifically me. He treats others better.
I don't understand why you're putting yourself
the hell?
Through freaking crucifixion.
Lying is a norm with him and his family, and my experience with them has helped me pinpoint the root of this habit and the reason he uses lying to cope in his life. life. Still, I told him it's unacceptable in our relationship, the same way he doesn't want me to lie. But seeing me emotionally break down isn't enough for him to stop. When he said to me, if you want to go find another guy that you crave, I was infuriated, cut him off, and said, okay.
OP,
and hung up.
why are you...
I knew he was going to make it seem like I wanted another guy and not focus on the honesty part, as if I don't deserve someone who is honest with me. By the way, I want to be honest with you and make sure that you look at our podcast, wherever you get that podcast, whether it be iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Just search OK Storytimes for full episodes of stories just like this. But yeah, you should go check out the podcast if you haven't already. But we
and
do have
also,
a little
OP,
bit more of
you
this
should
story.
check out of this relationship.
Check out of this relationship.
Because it's bad, and you know it's bad.
Yeah.
If someone's consistently lying, what is the reason of... I just don't... Like, is there any redeeming quality here about him, about this man that has lied for the whole term of your relationship?
I don't think so. But
I don't
OP
think
asks,
so.
am I the a-hole for getting angry about being lied to about a piece of bread and other small things? I did ask him not to lie while I was away, even about the smallest thing, because historically when he lies about small things, there's always a huge thing behind it. To which he promised not to, and even said he'd be so transparent that it would feel like I was there anyway. So it feels like betrayal. Shouldn't that request be enough to respect? Yes. Yeah, I broke up with someone from a small lie because she lied about big things.
Yeah,
And I have no regrets. So
exactly.
I want to know if I'm being unreasonable.
Yes, you are.
He seems to not understand my
being
frustration.
unreasonable.
Are you guys able to understand it, or am I wrong?
You're being unreasonable because you're still in this relationship.
Yeah, you should leave.
You're not
It is
listening
not
to
unreasonable
reason.
to think this. I think, yes, it's like, oh, it's just a small thing. I should let it go. Like, I understand that logic, but again, it's not a small thing. This is a consistent big thing that has encompassed the whole relationship. Breaking up because someone disrespects a boundary that you put up because of big things in the past with a small thing is, I think,
The healthiest thing.
the
for you to
healthiest
do.
thing. Yeah.
And
I
if
think
you put up...
I think I've had relationships in the past where like partner has been doing something that like hasn't been okay, and I put up a boundary, and then there's been a small transgression of that. I actually, like, for me, I didn't feel bad breaking up with those partners because it symbolized a disrespect of the
Yeah.
boundary in general and of like the relationship context.
I agree. I think if you put up a boundary, and in this case, he consistently disrespects it, then he's not going to ever respect you because you've shown that it doesn't even matter when you put up boundaries because you're not going to actually follow through.
Lori Hensler has a bar in the chat right now and says you cannot have an authentic relationship when you aren't dealing with the truth.
True.
Yep.
And that's true.
That
that's
is
the truth
true.
right there.
Yeah,
But truthfully, I think there's a little bit left.
that's it. Truthfully, that's the end of that story.
That's the end of that story. And if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you, and see you tomorrow.
Except